I think that a lot of people were interested in tax credits, and that drove a bunch of behavior for large plants in a variety of places. So again, some would disagree. The D's aren't stupid when it comes down to it. You saw tens of billions of dollars invested in red states for this particular moment, which is the moment of a Republican administration wants to gut, what the Democratic administration did before in the Inflation Reduction Act. It's running into a little bit of, originally no one wants to go against the president, and still is the case. But they're getting some headwinds on if you've got a $200 million or $1 billion chip plant or manufacturing plant, and it's thousands of jobs, it's hard to say, nah, sorry, we're not going to do that. And people, local folks who voted for the president are getting frustrated. So you're seeing that happening in a variety of places. That said, it's a little bit too early to tell the tale there. I think that having read all the executive orders on energy, the president and the administration are focused on kind of an all-in strategy. Drill, baby, drill, whatever. They are less concerned than prior administrations, we'll put it that way, in permitting concerns. So the permitting process, they want to be much easier. They want to be supportive of some of the people that were supportive of them. Take that as you will. So oil and gas are, it's going to be an oil and gas day, which is fine, I guess, if you're in oil and gas. So those projects are going to move faster and get fast tracked. So what's at risk? Well, what's at risk is the president has said in one of the executive orders where they declared, we're having an energy emergency. Some have said that's kind of nonsense. That's not true. That will likely be a court challenge. But in that executive order declaring the energy emergency, the president indicated, or the executive order indicated that offshore wind and onshore wind, no more. Not interested, thinks it's, not appropriate. Utilizing federal land to drill for natural gas and oil, on the table. So the flip of kind of that. Second, EV charging infrastructure. A big pillar of kind of the Inflation Reduction Act was to increase the amount of EV charging infrastructure in the United States so that people's range anxiety would be diminished and they would buy more electric cars. Some of the efficiency standards relative to EV trucks rolled back. So again, I think under the Inflation Reduction Act, wind, not going to be relevant. EV charging, not going to be stations, not going to be relevant.